back to the channel, guys. Hope y'all can see something. I can't see nothing. We're just kind of putting it between the rows and guessing at it. This is one of the tougher farms I work. Going slow here. This is a red sand hill. That's pretty good ear laying up on that snout, but just the old red sand hill, and it is tough. You can see where it just burned plumb up here on top of the hill. And when I say sand, I'm not exaggerating. Just up the road, well, yeah, just up the road and down the road, they literally moved tons of sand when I was a kid. Hauled off and cut off these old hills. But there's some good ground on it too. It's just this old red sand hill's the worst of it. Ain't no way great tank's full. But rolling. But let's give y'all a little Tour de France there. Turn that off. But that old hill right there, these GoPros don't always do them justice, but when you come off that grade right there, get down in there where you can see it. When you come off that hill right there, you better kind of be holding on, because you're just along for the ride. And there's an old steep hill there. We need to get that old tree bush all down before it gets bigger. But really good. Well, it always yields really good down beside that creek. You know, that corn right there was running 250, 260. Climb this old hill and let y'all just see how steep it is. When I come down it, does that give y'all any indicator? When you come down it, I have my header raised all the way up, and the ends of the snout still be bumping the ground. On top of that old red knob there, about 100. Well, I did see some 70s and 80s, but you know, 70, 80 to 100 up on that old red knob, and then you get around this good ground here, that corn running 250, 260. We get the corn down below our bubble up auger. We'll turn the separator off there. Take a look at the yield map there. That should give y'all a little indicator of where the money spot is on this farm. Right there's a red sand knob. Right there you can see the red sand knob. Right there right here you can see the creek at good ground. A little bit of good ground right here and runs up on the red sand knob. That's one reason I like it. Reason I like the climate field view. Be still, quit rolling baggers. Oh man. Trying to figure out what I want to do next. There's a little 6-acre field down on the 4-lane I might run to sale. Yeah, go ahead and move it down there to my farm. was thinking about that, or either moving it back up further than catching that little 6-acre field, but your farm's closer. Let's take a look at our varieties here. Should give us a report on varieties here. Yeah, I'll say here. I knew I was going to be the best. That Agri Gold number right there, 642-59, 171, 62C35, 161, which is surprising that 642 beat it that bad, and Cropland 4930. That's kind of a disappointment there, 147. We'll have to see what it makes when we get over change farms. This was our top, this is what's surprising, that was our top yielder last year. Well, good afternoon. Today is Thursday, September 14th. About 80 acres into corn shelling here. About 320 to go. Maybe by the end of the day we'll be down below the 300 mark. We're over here shelling next to the haunted house. Last year y'all got become familiar with the haunted house farm. This is Robert's farm. He's got 27 acres right here on the outskirts of Dyer. 27 acres and 5 fields. But we just sold that over there and made really good corn. So he's selling on this. He ripped this little field, but it's going to be hard to judge whether the ripping made much of a difference, because that's better ground over there and this is sorrier ground. But, well, I thought we was going to unload going down in Monroe's that way, but I guess we're going to unload, go down here and unload coming back up, I guess. Little grassy. That dry June we had, the corn didn't put much of a stalk on it. They put a ear on though. We need to slow that chaff spreader down. This is almost like ballet. It's a beautiful thing. Come up here, Granny. If you're a grain car driver, you need to show some hustle. Ain't nothing worse than having to wait on the grain car. Pretty simple operating the cart. And corn, you just put your wheel in you count over your rows, put your wheel in the track. Keep your wheel next to the corn header there and you got her whoop. Now there's varying degrees of difficulty though. If you go around a curve, if the tractor's on the outside, they got to speed up. If the tractor's on the inside, they got to slow down. I would love to have another little 30-foot jet trailer like that one right there. That is, I'm glad we bought that trailer. It's got the tall sides on it, and it's built kind of like a Tempty, like a super hopper. No wasted space down there. You see how both hoppers come down there to a point where that one, you got 2 V's. You can haul more on this 2-foot shorter trailer than you can that 32-foot over there. I had 962 bushel on it this morning. Normally about 900 is what we told on it. That's a pretty good number. That puts the truck in coming in about 75,000. Woo-wee, would you look at that paint? Not bad for an 87. And it's dirty. Gonna have to go to the shop and rinse her off. We y'all saw last year we buffed my old truck, and then the McGuire's has got some hybrid, so they call it ceramic wax, and we put that on there. And this year all I done was took the buffer and put a touch up of that McGuire's hybrid ceramic wax on there, and man, she's shining like a new penny. We ain't but like 3 miles from the elevator. I really hate to roll that tarp over no further than we're going, but they'd be blowing stuff over on cars. Old 500. She's ugly, but she gets the job done. Kind of like me, I'm pretty ugly, but I get the job done. At least that's what my wife says about me anyway. See if I can get walked down this busy old road without getting run over. I'm walking in today. Walking back down, I left the grain cart in that little 2 or 3 acre field, and walking back down here to take the blue truck off. Lots of beer gets drunk down this road, I do know that. In line here at the elevator, the driver's last load checked 16.1. There's the rail spurs. They was loading out rail cars yesterday. The reason I'm sitting right here and not right there, because that's the dryer, and it blows hot air on the truck, and it gets really hot in here. Even with a good air conditioner, with that vent on that dryer blowing on the side of that truck, it gets hot in here. When I go by it here, the window fogs up on the truck. Man, those, of course, we've had the LED lights on the back for a while. We installed them. Original from the factory, those combines did not have lights on the back. My old 6620, I thought, well, my old 6620 I had did have a light on the end of the auger shining back. So when I bought that combine and couldn't see behind us, I was like, this ain't gonna work. So I added them LED lights on the back. Of course, we mounted an LED light up there in the grain tank. And then a viewer of the channel, Brian Brock, he told us about a bulb that you could buy at an auto parts store, and that would fit right into the existing housing on the combine. So we ended up buying 8 of those LED bulbs and putting in the existing housing on the combine. We got in there and fixed the row finder lights on, that's the lights on the side. We fixed the row finder lights where they stay on all the time, did away with that switch, because before you had to pick one side or the other, and then our switch was going bad. So, well, I want to see all the way around me, so we fixed them row finder lights, that's what they're called on the side there. We fixed them row finder lights where they stay on all the time, but those LED lights really help things out. Let me zoom in, see if he gives you all a decent shot. I've got some new camera equipment to come in today, so hopefully we're going to increase the quality of our videos a little bit. I had to buy some new clamps and stuff. My camera equipment, of course, started the channel in 2020 with just an old handheld cam I had and a cell phone, and then in 2021 when we got monetized, I bought some good camera equipment, and we've used that camera equipment pretty hard the past 2 years, and some of that stuff's getting on its last legs. So updating equipment and hopefully going to be able to bring you guys a little better video. Got the old, working with the old West Tennessee sunset tonight there. How you doing tonight?
All right, I reckon.
It's a beautiful night to be shelling some corn.
I'm glad to be shelling corn.
Well,
It's been a struggle.
tell us a little bit about this 1991 John Deere 9400.
This morning she was a heifer. She was a witch with a different first letter. But knock on wood, she's been running pretty good tonight.
So we're gonna channel my inner big tractor pirate here. Hello guys, we're up in the cab of a 1991 John Deere 9400 combine, the baby of the Maximizer series. And this morning we really thought about burning it to the ground.
It should not have taken us all day to shell 19 acres.
No, we had some solenoid trouble. Robert's down here in a, I call it a duck hole. It stays wet all the time. Really thought this would be a little better corn than what it is. But hey, after last year, if it's in the triple digits, we'll take it. It ain't bad corn, it's just not hardly as good as I thought it would be.
This end is better than that end.
Well, this end's better drained.
Yeah. Now,
I have seen years though, before we took this over, this lower third of this field not even be any corn on it at all, just be grown up in Johnson grass. I did a little work on some drainage down there on the end. It still needs some more, but better than it was. I mean, there's, you never can catch it at the right time. I knew better than to play around in that corn dust.